I'm a dope woman because I'm fearless and I'm not afraid to go after them. My name is Tiera. I am a lash tech and makeup artist. I'm located in Lithonia, Georgia. It is in the city of Lithonia. The name of my business is the T-Paisley Effect, and we specialize in lash extensions and full face makeovers. Hopefully in the near future I will expand to a full-blown spa.
So what inspired you to take on lashing as a full-time gig and turn it into a girl boss movement, a business?
Well, I've always enjoyed lash extensions and makeup, but at one point it was where I was only doing it for family and friends, and they would call me all the time and it would end up being, well, so-and-so sent me to you, they said you do a good job, I love them, can you do them for me? And at that point I was like, okay, maybe I need to go ahead and take this seriously because it is something that I enjoy. And I was getting really, I guess, complacent at work and bored, and I wasn't feeling like I was being used to my full potential. So I went ahead and took that leap and started the business, and I've been happy ever since.
So it was something you said that was really interesting. You said you felt like you weren't living up to your full potential. You got complacent. How do you shape that as a woman with kids, as a woman who's busy living her everyday life? How do you shape that feeling of complacency?
It's really hard because you're stuck in a place of, I want to do more, but you're scared to actually take that leap to do more. You don't know how it's going to turn out. And you know, family is not always the easiest when you want to go for your dreams. My mom was the one that was like, well, it's going to be hard, and how are you going to pay the bills, and what if you don't get enough clients? And I'm just the type where I believe in speaking things into existence. Like, I always just say what I'm going to do, regardless of where I currently am. So honestly, the way I shook it is I started little by little. I started practicing on people. I would do it for free at one point, and then I would do it with a major discount. And then once I saw that more and more people were coming and I was getting better, honestly, there's no other way to do it but to just do it. Just like Nike said, it's just do it. And I don't regret a thing. It's been hard times. It's sometimes where I'm stressed and I'm scared and I'm excited, but I mean, it's mine and I'm here, so I can't look back now.
So what did that leap look like for you that day that you decided, okay, I'm gonna turn this into a full-time business? What did that moment look like for you?
Honestly, I was at work, and they were giving me more and more work to do in the position that I was in, but they weren't trying to offer me a raise. So you were telling me financially I wasn't valuable enough to pay me in the aspect that I deserved, but as far as work, I'm capable enough for you to put on more jobs to my one job description. I was doing multiple things that someone higher than me should have done, and I should have been getting paid what they were getting paid, but they didn't agree to that. And at that point I went back to my desk and I was so frustrated, and I said, Tiera, you're in control of your own life. Every day you walk into this place and you decide to continue doing it, you are accepting what's being given to you. And I knew I was better than that, and I knew that my kids, you know, I wanted to give them something to look forward to, being that I have two girls. So from that day, I went back into that office and I told them I'll be working for part-time. And I didn't know what the deadline would be. I told them that as long as they wanted to keep me, I'll be here and happy to help out. And I wanted to give them a heads up, but I'm starting my own business, and that's my priority. And they said nothing. They had nothing to say but, well, thank you for giving us the heads up. And we're just happy to have you here as long as you can be here. And I set that standard, and I'm not going to look back.
What does a typical day look like for Tiera?
Crazy. I wake up at about 6:30. I get the girls dressed, so that's a lot of back and forth, trying to find out what they want to wear. One day they want to wear a skirt, one day they want to wear pants. Then they want to pick out the right bow to wear. So I would say it takes about an hour, hour and a half to get them together, breakfast, and out the door. I drop them off at school. I get my coffee because without it, I just feel like I'm not awake yet. I come to the shop, I like to set everything up, make sure it's clean, make sure that I have replenished everything that I need to have available for the day. Sometimes I have clients as soon as I open the door, and sometimes I don't. So in that time, I use that time to either meet my neighbors, since we are new to this area, or I'll practice on some different techniques or different looks that I want to try. And mostly, well, right now we are only by appointment, so it just depends. Sometimes I have really busy days, and then some days I have free time. And when I have that free time, if I see that it's not going to be a busy day for me, then I would typically pick my girls up a little bit earlier so they can get more time with me. Because the week can get a little busy, and I don't want to feel like I'm neglecting them by working so hard. So I'll try to take advantage of those days, go get them, help them with their homework, watch movies and things like that.
Okay, so last question before we get into our tour, because I think everybody wants to see this beautiful place up close and personal. What advice would you give to that woman that's sitting at home that needs that little push, who has a dream, who has a goal, a business plan, but she needs that little something to get her off her feet, and like you said, just to do it? What would you tell her?
You have to be fearless. You have to be fearless, and you have to be confident. And I wouldn't be completely transparent if I didn't say that when you are starting your own brand or business, it's not going to be all the things that you see on the internet or on social media. It's not glamorous. It's not money flowing the moment you open up the doors. You're going to go broke. You're going to cry. You're going to be angry. You're going to be upset. You're going to be scared. But at the end of the day, on those days where I was scared and hungry and sitting in here, I was sitting on the floor of my shop. So I was okay. Like, I was okay. I was all right. I was ready for that next day. And I would rather cry, stress, go broke a million times for myself than for someone else. And I mean another business. If I'm going to give my all, my sweat, my tears, and my blood, I'd rather do it for what I know that I'm happy for, what I know that I am passionate about, something that is mine that I can pass on to my children and their children. So what I would say to you is be confident, because you can do it. Anyone can do it. As women, we go through enough on a daily basis, from having children, raising them every day. Whether you're a single parent or in a relationship, you're always the single parent. Dads try, but we all know that we carry most of that weight. And if you can do that, you can do anything. So do it, because you'll be all right. And with the women that I know that's trying to start something, I give all I can. And I help them just like I started mine. I give advice. I try to help them if they need to find certain things. I'm the first one that tries to point them in the right direction, because I'm not in competition with anyone. In Atlanta, there's enough for us all, so do it.